Hey guys, it's Marquita from AtHomeWithQuita. Thank you so much for joining me on another video today. I really appreciate you guys stopping by my channel. If you're new here, I hope that you will consider subscribing and also liking this video. So today's video is a collaboration video, which I'm super excited about. I'm collabing with a super awesome channel called Beans and Monkeys here on YouTube. So I hope that you will go check her channel out. She does lots of great videos, from planning to hauls to budgeting to family lifestyle videos. I know that you will totally enjoy her channel as much as I do. So make sure to head on over to her channel, check out the same video, and then also like and subscribe as well. So I'm super excited to get into this video. So if you want to see how planning can reduce stress in your life, make sure to stay tuned. So again, today we're going to be talking about how planning can reduce stress in your life. For me, planning is a necessity. I absolutely adore my planner. I use the classic size Happy Planner, and it's working really well in my life to kind of keep me organized. So I'm going to just give you a couple of tips in terms, or we're going to actually talk about a couple of reasons why I plan and how it can reduce stress in your life. And this is just my opinion. It does reduce stress in my life. And so I believe that it can reduce stress in many other people's lives as well. And so that's what we're going to talk about on today's video. So the first way that planning decreases stress in my life is it just allows me to be organized. I like to think that I'm a pretty organized person. I find that just having everything written down in my planner and knowing what I need to do on a daily and weekly basis just helps me to keep my sanity. I have 2 kids running around. They've got things going on in their life. I've got things going on in my life. My husband's got things going on in his life. And so I find that keeping it all written down in here for everyone just keeps everyone on track, and it helps me stay organized in my life. And I love being organized. I like to think I'm a pretty organized person. And so having it all here just helps everyone stay on track, and it just helps life flow a little more smoothly. And so it just keeps me organized, which is amazing. I love it. It's a stress reducer, because when I'm not organized, I feel like life can get pretty chaotic. So I need to make sure that I am constantly keeping things in order. And so I just find that having it all in the planner just keeps everyone's life simplified, and it keeps everyone on track, and everyone knows what they need to do on a daily and weekly basis. And so organization is key for me. So that's one way that planning helps reduce stress. So the second way that planning helps reduce stress for me is that it gives me a creative outlet. I love being creative. I'm a totally creative person. I absolutely love crafting. I love DIY stuff. It's just I love it. And so when I plan and I'm using stickers and I'm writing and I'm journaling and I'm doing all those things, I feel like I have a release. You know, having 2 kids, life can get pretty crazy. And so I need to have my quiet time where I go into my corner every Sunday and I can plan out without disruption. And I just feel like I'm being creative. So I think that that's important to me. And so I love having a planner for that reason as well. And that does, of course, reduce stress, because you need to be able to have some sort of outlet. You know, some people do other things. For me, I love planning and crafting. That is where I thrive, and that just helps me to relieve stress. I mean, it just is what it is. And so just being able to plan things out and decorate my planner on a weekly basis, even though for some it may seem like overkill, for me, I love it. And so it really helps me to keep my sanity and just have that creative outlet that people need. And so that's the second way that planning helps reduce stress in my life, is that I get to craft my planner. I get to decorate it. I get to make it fun, cute, pretty. And to me, when things are pretty, I want to use it. It's just my personal preference. So I absolutely love planning for that reason as well. And so the third reason that planning helps reduce stress in my life is that I have 3 businesses going. And so planning out what I need to do on a daily basis with my business goals really helps me a lot. If I don't do that on a daily basis, things fall through the cracks, customers get upset, and just things are bad. And so I find that having a planner where I can kind of write out my business goals, my business to-dos, and all of that, it just really keeps the customer happy. It keeps me happy because I don't have any complaints. I keep my fabulous rating going where people really enjoy my shop items and they want to come back and continue purchasing. So I find that having a planner and just keeping track of my business goals and everything, it just really works for me. And so that reduces stress, because I don't want anyone complaining or being upset. I want everyone satisfied. And so that's the third way that planning reduces stress in my life. I got to keep track of my business goals. The fourth reason, I'm only going to probably list 5 things here. There are many other reasons I can think of, but for the purposes of just kind of giving you the most important things that I believe, I'm going to give you 5 things. And so the fourth way that planning helps reduce stress in my life is that it helps me to remember things. I have a horrible memory. I want to get better at it, but I don't know how. But planning is a step in the right direction. And so I find that writing things down, it just jogs my memory, you know, even just sometimes writing it down and maybe not referring to it on a continual basis, maybe like, you know, once a day as opposed to multiple times a day. Even if I just glance at it, or even just knowing I wrote it down, it helps me to remember. My husband always jokes about how bad my memory is. He has a great memory, by the way, but my memory sucks. I just can't remember things. So I have to write it down. If I don't write it down, it's not going to happen. And so I just have to write it down. Otherwise, it's not going to get done. And so that is another way that planning helps reduce stress in my life. The fifth way that planning helps reduce stress in my life, and I think this is really important, is it really helps me to let my yes mean yes. Okay, so what do I mean by that? So a lot of times people will come and they'll ask me, are you doing something on this day? Are you guys busy? We want to get together with you guys, or whatever the case may be. And I'll just say, yeah, we're available. Sometimes not even checking my planner. At least that's how I used to do it. Now I keep a purse planner. And so what I do now is I just go through that planner and I say, okay, we're booked on this day. We've got something planned, or we don't have anything planned, depending on the circumstances. And that allows my yes to mean yes, meaning that yes, we're available. We're really available. And I don't have to backtrack and say, you know what? I didn't check my planner, or, you know, my husband told me actually we have plans on this day, or whatever the case may be. I can actually say yes and mean yes. And that is really important to me, because I don't like having to go back and say, actually, we have plans that day, when I could have had it written down in my planner from the beginning, and I could have said yes or no at that time. So I think it's important to let your word really mean what you say. And so that's why planning helps to reduce stress in my life, because then no one's upset and feeling some type of way about it. They know that if I say yes or no, it is what it is. And so that's another way that planning helps to reduce stress in everyone's life, including the person asking, the friend that wants to get with us. It reduces stress in their life and our life, and everyone wins. And so those are all the ways that planning helps reduce stress in my life. I really think that it's important for me to plan my weeks out, my months out, and that way I just keep everyone on track, because I feel like as a mom, as a stay-at-home mom and entrepreneur, I'm kind of like the hub of the family. Everyone comes to me to ask me, you know, what do we have going on, and just making sure that, you know, we're available on whatever day. And so I really feel like if I'm organized, then everyone else is organized in a way. No one's probably ever going to be as organized as I feel like I am, even though I'm not the most organized person. I've got lots of projects to do, and I've got a lot of organization that needs to be done. So I'm not perfect by any means of the word. And so I can only share with you what works for me. And of course, I'm constantly tweaking things to make them work, because sometimes I find that things don't work, and so they need to be changed. And so, you know, I just want you guys to know that I'm not at all a well put together person most of the time. I've got a lot of flaws. And so I know you guys always reach out to me and you say, you know, you love my channel, and I really appreciate that. Sometimes I feel like people think I'm all put together all the time, but I'm not. I got a lot going on, and I've got issues too, just like everyone else. I'm a hot mess. So you've read my disclaimer in my YouTube channel video. It's so true. And so I just wanted to share those ways with you. So I tried to just give you the 5 top things that I thought would be helpful. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you're not subscribed to my channel, make sure to subscribe, and also like this video if you enjoyed it today. Make sure to head over to Beans and Monkeys, watch her video as well, subscribe to her channel, and like her video. And thanks guys for watching.